It is Sunday, May the 3rd. This is day number 46 at home. It just keeps creeping up. Can you imagine a month and a half at home? I am Henry with the Chamber, stationed at home base. Yesterday was a pretty fun day. I got a lot of calls from you still about what can I do with my business, and keep on reaching out. If I don't have the answers, I'll get them for you. It may take a day or two, but I'll get the answers for you. Reminder, my email is henry@wichitafallschamber.com, or you can reach out to me on Facebook and be happy to chat with you. So we got notice recently that the kids' summer camp was canceled middle of July, and they had to call it off, and there were some tears, heartbreak. Our kids love going to summer camp. They look forward to seeing those friends all year. So something that happened out of that, interestingly enough, Elizabeth and Callie, our two youngest, are now, they decided to do a 24-hour blanket fort challenge. I don't know if you've heard about these challenges, but there's all kind of crazy stuff on YouTube, and kids end up saying, oh, I'm going to try that. So they're in the middle of a 24-hour blanket fort challenge. All I've seen of them is the top of their heads and their arms. Last night I had to bring up their dinner and put the plates down on the ground, and they reached out from under the blanket fort and went back in it. And it's massive too. It takes up about the whole playroom. It's about 20 feet long by 10 or 15 feet wide. Pretty hilarious. So maybe we'll see them today. I don't know. Yesterday I did a really fun podcast with Shannon and Scotty Coppage. They do this regular podcast called Mac and Cheese Movie, where they bring in a guest and they basically watch a movie and talk about it, and do all kind of food that's related to the movie. So yesterday we did Ferris Bueller. One of my favorites. John Hughes was just a genius, and we definitely fattened the curve yesterday. We couldn't get together, so we did this by Skype, but we both had Chicago pizza. Let's see what else we had. Sausage by Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago, with some Jennifer Grey Poupon. God, what else? Warm gummy bears for Ed Rooney. It was a lot of fun, and got to see Ferris, which is one of my favorite movies. Interesting trivia. There's some alternate fan theories out there that I want to mention to you. So if you've seen Fight Club, and you know Edward Norton basically created this alter ego that the whole movie was about. Well, there's a theory that Cameron Fry created Ferris Bueller in his head, because Cameron was a homebody and a hypochondriac and just wanted to lay in bed, but he deep down he wanted to get out. And so the theory is that Ferris Bueller is his alter ego. None of that really happens. Another one I thought was interesting, that in real life, the Ferris Bueller house is right around the corner from the Risky Business house. Tom Cruise starred as Joel Goodson, a high school senior who threw interesting parties to make money. And Tom Cruise, let's see, Risky Business was 83, Ferris Bueller was 86. So the thought is that Ferris Bueller might have been at one of those parties that Tom Cruise threw, and Ferris Bueller's whole personality is him emulating Tom Cruise as Joel Goodson. That's the one where he danced in his underwear to Bob Seger. Interesting theories. So we also took a look at Gordon Ramsay last night again, and closed out the night with a movie called Spotlight. It's an investigative thriller about, it's a real story about a newspaper in Boston and their investigation into child abuse. Interesting. Spotlight, great cast. Y'all ought to check it out. All right, not a lot of action yesterday on the order front. Y'all remember the rules. Retail and restaurants can open up 25% capacity, and I'm still seeing a bunch of you deciding you're not going to open yet. You're going to wait till the middle of May and see what happens, see what the governor says. So just stay safe. I saw some stories on Facebook yesterday about people standing in line at Lowe's for 2 hours. And if that's what floats your boat, go ahead and do it. Just stay distant from people, because we still don't know what's going on. This thing could flare back up if we're not careful. So just watch yourself. All right, so we're holding steady at 65 cases right now. Today we're working on our Kickstart the Falls retail promotion. You may have seen that on Facebook. If you are a retailer, doesn't matter if you're a chamber or not, doesn't matter what part of town you're in, if you're a retailer, reach out to us and we'll get you all the info for a retail promotion that's going to happen later in May. We've got a lot of catch up this week, catch up today. And this week we've got a board meeting to get ready for. We've got some prospect visits, the next episode of The Pulse with Superintendent Mike Kurt, brought to you by Helen Farabee Centers. And then this is really interesting. This weekend, I got 3 different invitations to change of command ceremonies for different squadrons at Shepherd Air Force Base. We normally get invited to all these ceremonies out there. Every time a commander leaves and a new commander comes in, they have an official ceremony, and it's a lot of fun to watch. Well, we can't go right now, and so they're doing them all on Zoom. So I've got one Thursday night with the 88 Fighter Training Squadron, and I'll take a screenshot of it and post it so you guys can see, because that'll be pretty interesting. So don't forget to share your stories with us and your questions, and we'll keep getting you the answers and making sure that people know what's going on. And also don't forget to like the Chamber Facebook page and visit us at wichitafallschamber.com/fallsstrong. All right, I'm going to close out today with a quote from William Wallace of Braveheart. Mel Gibson says, "Every man dies." I can't do a Scottish accent. Every man dies. I don't know. Every man dies, but not every man really lives. We're all going to die, hopefully a long time from now. But the question is, what did we do with our life? And so this goes back to me about the whole, let's not have a pity party. If you're upset, let's get over it. Let's move on. What'd you do with your life today, this week, this month, this year? Did you do something you wanted to do? That's where bucket lists come in handy. If you don't have a bucket list, make it and then go do it. Let's live life today. Happy Sunday. Love you guys.